It is my fervent wish to make these two countries great again. Just call me Hawk. Good evening, my subscribers, fellow South Africans, friends, family, world at large, all humanity. Before I begin this video, please may I ask you to subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs up for like, and more likes, more views, ring the bell icon so you can be notified of upcoming videos. The content of this video might touch your soul, so please share and share again. The Hawk brings you nothing but the truth. The world needs the truth. Donations are greatly appreciated if you try to help so many South Africans with my own funds. But donations are needed now for many in South Africa of all races. Here's the donation link in blue. Be sure you're not unsubscribed.
Please be aware that YouTube has changed their ratings on adult content and child content. It is my understanding that my channel is mainly for adult content. We talk about some serious adult things, and it would be in the best interest to not allow children to watch this, and it's at your own discretion that they do.
Please note, I operate under the fair use and fair dealings guidelines. Any video clip or any that have been found on this public domain and copyright link to the clip may be found in the description below. Please click the link and enjoy the full video if mentioned in the video. All views expressed are purely my own and based on extensive research. I urge everybody to do their own research on the topic being discussed in this video.
Evening, this is the Hawk. South Africa is experiencing numerous tornadoes of late this week. There was one in Bergville today. There's massive devastation and flooding. Funnel clouds coming down. People are not aware of how the dangers of these clouds and what's been happening, especially in the rural areas where they have nowhere to go, no vehicles to get away, unaware of what's really going to happen to them, and the devastation is quite apparent. You'll see in the video. There's also funnel clouds that were coming down on the coast, along Schlunger. These are water spouts, or these are pretty dangerous, and the number of them is actually quite shocking to see how many of them are actually forming and coming down and going back up again. It just very strange. It is not historically, it is not prevalent. However, historic evidence proves that tornadoes do happen in South Africa, but not on a frequent basis as such. And during my lifetime there, I never saw one. We had a lot of storms, but nothing to this magnitude. It's actually quite shocking. You will see in the videos to follow some of the silly things that happen that have cost people their lives. You can see from some of these videos now.
As you can see, the weather report shows 60% storms up north of the coastline, 80% of the coastline are getting hammered from Richards Bay, Durban. You can see the funnel cloud being formed here. Watch the video to follow. You can see it funnel cloud into the sea off from Schlunger. It hits the sea and starts getting larger and larger. As it grows, it starts spinning towards the coast. This brings drenching rain and damage from flooding as it proceeds down towards the coast. It appears that South Africa has been dealt with numerous tornadoes throughout the Natal KwaZulu-Natal region. Another one was in Bergville today, and the devastation from the flooding, besides the wind, has tore up most of the electrical utilities, houses. Many people are missing, and the damage is incalculable. You can see from this video where the video hits the ground and starts to go towards the lake. People start to panic, and you've got to understand most of the rural areas do not have vehicles to get away. They're at the mercy of these storms, as you'll see later. Various people have sent us different videos on different tornadoes throughout the country, and some from different angles, and you can see this is pretty large. You can only imagine what is going on below that, and people at the mercy of this storm, unable to move, unable to get anywhere. And these are unusual. They are not, historically they do happen, but not at this frequency. There seems to be some serious issues here.
From this video, you can see and hear people talking about the cloud, not realizing the danger they're in, and that they should seek shelter straight away. They are not to be played with. These are extremely dangerous weather conditions.
Check that the top.
If you see these types of clouds forming, it is suggested that you find shelter immediately. Find somewhere in a secure location or get away from this area.
Aha. Yebo. Going up, going down. So, wait, now you can see clearly on the camera also. Yes, like. Yeah, boy.
In this next clip, you hear some Zulu gentlemen talking about the 12 cloud, and then the cloud coming down and hitting the ground. However, even so, it shows that people are unaware of the dangers that they're in. And you can hear them say Ushaya means it hits, and they talk about it's twirling and it's coming down and then it's going back up and then it comes down again. The danger of these things are once they hit the ground, everything gets devastated.
Hey, man. Can you see that?
Yashaya pants. Yashaya pants. Yashaya.
With these tornadoes comes drenching rain and golf ball size hail, which damages crops, buildings, vehicles, you name it. Here's an example of people trying to take a chance in a river, and when the river's in flood like this, you're just asking for trouble. And these people probably drowned. Based on what we're seeing here, this has happened many times before. I've attached a safety video for people to please take heed.
And your path is blocked by water crossing the road. It doesn't look that deep, so you decide to drive through it. Bad decision. And it may be your last.
Here's a small helicopter ride and you can see an aerial view of the devastation that these tornadoes are doing through the rural areas, which are not sturdily built in many places. Most of the stuff scattered for miles and miles around, and these people are at the mercy of these storms because they do not have storm shelters. These are not designed for that type of thing and are very unusual. And you will notice in the pictures to follow the absolute devastation of these homes, where most of them are torn to the ground. There you can see it looks like a school or a church. It was completely devastated. These people are going to need help in the long run to get their lives back together because they've basically been devastated. Many of these people may have been injured or killed during this because the storms picked them up and carried them, and with flying debris, it's not safe for anyone, especially children who don't understand what's going on. Yeah, some of the aftermath of what happened, and you can see the devastation where most of these homes have lost their roofs. Some of them are completely flattened to the ground, and crops, debris, roads, entire area completely devastated. One can only imagine what these people are going through right now, having to try and pick up their lives again. Most of them probably lost everything, including loved ones. As you can see, it's very open and very little space or place to go hide. And you can see from some of these pictures the devastation of the storms. And this many is quite shocking. From these pictures, the lack of humans in the area may be a result of the storm carrying them away, which is quite devastating if one takes into account what happened.
In closing, just understand something. The news is more interested in the trade unions going on strike for SAA because they laid off 900 members, and most of the public do not want to fly in these planes because they're unsafe. The SAA is completely bankrupt, and they're talking about this instead of worrying about the plight of most of the people in the country that have just been flooded out and their homes completely destroyed. The news is more interested in the trade unions that are associated with the government in a coalition country's a mess. Absolute mess. I am appalled at what's going on. You cannot make this up. To all my subscribers, please note, many of you are being unsubscribed from my channel. For whatever reason, we do not know. Please check your subscriptions that you are subscribed. Please hit the like button, hit the bell for upcoming videos, and please share. South Africa needs the international attention to the plight of what's happening. The government is completely and utterly out of control. There is nothing that's working correctly. Nothing at all. Do not believe that Trump thinks that it's all happy in South Africa, because the world knows it's not, and so does he. Do not believe the news giving you the propaganda that is going on. It is not true. South Africa is in the toilet. Please subscribe, share, like, check you haven't been unsubscribed, and if you have been unsubscribed, please contact YouTube and tell them to stop unsubscribing you. Share with your friends. I'd like to get to 20,000 numbers by December, and this will help with more people being involved. The more the news is out there, the more people will understand what is going on in South Africa. Right now, the whole of KwaZulu-Natal is in a devastated mess of flooding, houses destroyed, many people killed from these tornadoes, and people need to be aware, and then this news needs to get out that these people need to be aware of these clouds. If they start to funnel down, get out of the way. Get away from that area as soon as possible. Do not stand to watch. They are very dangerous. This is the Hawk. I'm out of here. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you later. I'm out of here.
Just a reminder, USAC, United South African Coalition, rally on the 16th of December. All are welcome. We want positive change. 25 years of nothing is nothing. Thanks again for watching. This is the Hawk. I'm out of here. Take care and be safe out there.